Hello and welcome. Today, what we're going to be looking at is a virtual tour heading in towards Southampton docks. So if you're a container driver or a new container driver or even an old container driver but never been in the Southampton docks before, hopefully this will give you a bit of an insight of where to go and how to get in onto DP World, Solent Stevedores and Pentalvers, which is probably the main three within the dock area that you're likely to have to go to. So whichever way you head from the country, whether it's in from the M4, A34 onto the M3 and in Southampton, or straight down the M3 from London, or either from the A303 Bristol area, A303 and up to the A34 and down in, or from the south coast, sort of Bournemouth, Dorchester area, A31 to the M27. And then you're likely to come, well, you need to come to really, is junction 3 of the M27. Come off here, head south on the M271. It's all signposted up for the dock, so you can't really go wrong. So heading down the M271, straight down to what they call Red Bridge Roundabout. So I'm going to just go into a street view mode now. There we go. We're heading southbound, which is this one here. Always a bit of traffic as you come down here, so be prepared for that. Left hand lane, and you're taking the first exit off, the very first exit off. And as you join the main carriageway, just stay in this lane. Don't move out, just stay in this lane. Watch your speed, it's a 40-mile-an-hour limit. And there is a speed camera, we've just been by it. So just stay in this lane, left hand lane. Keep it hooked in there. And as you come down here, just stay in this lane you're in. Don't move into that far left lane, just stay in this lane. Because as you approach the roundabout, it splits into three. And you want to be in that right hand lane on approach to the roundabout. It says dock gate 20. That's the one you want. Wrong way around the roundabout here. So as you come out of the roundabout, hook into that far right hand lane, the inside lane. Keep it tight. Now it is tight as you go around here because you get bus come round here as well. They try and cut you up, especially on this corner here. And as you come round, you see where that truck is. You want the middle lane because what that'll do is lights as well to contend with, and people just trying to cut you up well, just trying to cut you up. So as you go around here, you want to be in that. You want to be in that far left hand lane because that will spit you out onto the third exit off, which is called First Avenue. Immediately into the right hand lane, and you'll see the Harley Davidson dealership on your right. So as long as that's there, you're in the right place. Follow this road on down, and this will bring you into the dock area. It is a 10-mile-an-hour limit along here, believe it or not. Nobody pays any attention to it whatsoever. But as you come down here, there is a security. Go past that. There is a security gate. You can see it there. So bring it down. The gates are normally up. They don't normally stop you. Every now and again, they put the gate down. So just be aware of that. As you come down to this roundabout, you'll be wanting to take the first exit off. Now this is where I've got to come out of street view because you're going onto private property now. The dock owns all this part down here, and obviously Google couldn't get down there with the car. So I'm going to go into satellite mode now. Take that off, and we're here. I'll zoom in a bit. We're here. So what I'm going to do first is going to take you as if you're going onto DP World, and I'll show you the 4 places that you're likely to go, which is Transfer Area 1, Transfer Area 2, Transfer Area 3, and Empty Park. And it happens to be Empty Park 2 at the moment. So, as you come down here, you stay in that left-hand lane onto Western Avenue. You stay on the, zoom in. You stay on that left-hand lane, and you head into this lane here. You bear left into here, making sure. Sometimes there can be queues right out onto the road here sometimes. Make sure you don't block the hatch markings. Follow this road on round. You can split into 2 lanes. You can go into either lane, doesn't make any difference. As you get to here, you get your, this is called pre-game, and this is where you need to have your or make sure you already have before you even come on the dock is a certificate to say you've done the safety training, because they ask you, have you done it, yes or no. So hit yes, then you type in your reg number, and then you type in your VBS, your vehicle booking system number. You've got to have all that before you even attempt to come in here. Hourly slots, you can arrive I think about 5 minutes before and 5 minutes after without it being a problem. Any more than that, you're in trouble. You probably won't get on. But if you're running late and you're running out of time, phone the VBS hotline number up, which is easily available if you go to the DP World website for Southampton. Phone the VBS number up and they can extend it for you. Sometimes they do. If they're really busy, then they don't always do it, but 9 times out of 10 they will. So you've booked in there, and then that'll tell you there which transfer area, which area you've got to go to, whether it's 1, 2, 3, or empty park 2. Before you get on the docks, if you need to go to the toilet, this is your last chance, because you could be on the docks for an hour, you could be on the docks for half an hour if you've only got a box to pick up or a box to put off. But you could be on the docks for 3 or 4 hours. It's not uncommon. So once you've booked in, it'll tell you where to go. Pull forwards and pull in here. I think it says service, I think, along there. Pull in here and park in one of these 3 bays. There's a toilet there. And if you have any problems whilst you're booking in, pull forwards again, park there, and go into the, there's like a help desk in there, and they'll sort you out. So, if you haven't got any problems, you just keep on going around on the outside and follow it down to here. And if you have parked up there, you go all the way down to the bottom here, down the bottom, and join in here. So either way, you end up here. So I'm just going to move that up a bit. So you should have been given, or you will have been given, otherwise you wouldn't have got this far, either 1, 2, or 3. So let's say for argument's sake they give you 2. Straight in the middle, straight down to here, it says stop there, and there's a barrier. It's controlled by a bloke who lives in that hut. You'll often see him walking around. So once you're given the green light, you pull forwards to a console, and you type in your reg number, and it'll tell you exactly where you're going to go. So it'll either tell you transfer area 1, transfer area 2, transfer area 3, or empty park 2. So we're going to deal with transfer area 1 and transfer area 2 to start off with. All right. So transfer area 1, we've been given the green light goes, and it tells you. It also tells you that stage where you know. So you could be taking a box off on transfer area 1, but picking a box off on transfer area 3. If you're very lucky, they might even give you a box. You're picking a box off at transfer area 1, and your box that you're picking up might be in transfer area 1, and you haven't got to move. Even saves a bit more time. So, for argument's sake, we're just saying it's transfer area 1. You're picking a box up. So away you go. Pull forwards. Round you go, up to the junction, and you turn right back down Western Avenue, which is the way you came in. So you're going back down to this roundabout here. You're taking the first exit off, remembering it's a 30-mile-an-hour limit through here, as it is all over the dock. 30-mile-an-hour limit. And at this point here, you turn in left. If you get down to the roundabout, you've gone too far. Turn round and come back down. So it's not the end of the world, but it's not that clear. Well, the first few times you come down here, it's not that clear because your head's all over the place trying to work out where you're going. So turn in, and you've got 2 lanes that you can go into, either the left or the right. What I tend to do is if I'm going to transfer area 1, this is the same entrance for transfer area 1 as it is for transfer area 2. And what I tend to do is if I'm transfer area 1, I'll stay in the right hand lane, but if I'm transfer area 2, I'll stay in the left hand lane. So transfer area 1, right hand lane. You come to another console and a security desk. Type in your reg number once again. Sometimes it picks it up on the screen, but type your reg number in once again, and it'll tell you proceed to. It'll come up on the screen saying welcome, proceed to transfer area 1. Now, whether you're going to 1 or 2, as you go through here, you get the green light to go, the barrier goes up, you go on through. Security can be down here, the port authority, customs people. They can ask you to pull forwards and then reverse back into the bay, and they can do a search of the truck and you and all that sort of malarkey. If there's no one there and they don't tell you to do it, you just keep on going. So we're going to transfer area 1. You follow the road all the way on down here. Now it's 20 miles an hour on the docks. You can see where these 2 trucks are. All right. This one here, there's another terminal here that you have to punch in your reg number once again. So keep an eye out for it. Don't go shooting past it, otherwise you'd snookered yourself. You'd have to go all the way around, press the help button to get out, and then back round again. Because there's no reversing and it's a one-way. So press in your reg number, and that will then give you a slot number or bay number. We call them slots, and these are the slots. So you pull forwards dead slow, pull into whatever slot number it is, pull forwards, and then reverse on in. Now you stop with the back of your trailer just about here, no further than that white line, because what you've got to do then is it's always worth. I mean, if you've got a box on and it's coming off, you've got to undo your twist locks at that stage. And if you've got a skeleton trailer with no box on, it's always worth checking your pins are in the right place, because the roads are dead rough and they could have bounced around all over the place and not be in the right position. Whatever you do, don't reverse onto the bay, onto your slot, and then muck around with your twist locks, because the security will be watching you. There's CCTV'd everywhere, and they are watching, and they'll jump all over you if you end up doing that. It's you can get thrown off the site for that, banned from the dock. So yeah, never reverse on. So you park that on the. There's plenty of room there on in transfer area 1, and as soon as you feel you're happy, reverse back onto your bay. Make sure you don't go past the white line. Nice and straight within the dotted lines there. All right. You don't have to be 100% straight, but just as good as you can get it. And then stop, engine off, and stay in your cab, and wait for the straddler to turn up. And if you're lucky, they'll pull up more or less straight away. And if you're unlucky, you'll be there for a couple of hours. So straddler turns up, you're on your phone, or reading a book, or doing whatever you do. He turns up, you haven't noticed him, he'll beep you on. And at that point, fly out the cab, otherwise they'll bugger off and you miss your slot. So fly out your cab, stand on the green bit at the front, or the blue bit I think it is, and he'll either take the box off or he'll put the box on. If he's putting the box on, if he's taking the box off, make sure he'll lift it up a couple of inches, make sure that it hasn't stuck onto the trailer, and as soon as you see that the box is clear, thumbs up, and he'll lift it off. If he's putting a box on, make sure that it seats correctly, and make sure it's all. Otherwise, cancel him and tell him, point to the corner that the problem is, and he'll lift it off and reseat it for you. But don't put your thumbs up unless you're 100% happy. But you also got to bear in mind that you can't move out of this box here. So rain or shine, night or day, that's where you've got to be really. As soon as you're happy, thumbs up. Straddler, release the box and move away. Once he's moved away and he's clear at the back end of the truck, you can then go back into your cab. At that stage, all is straight away, but you don't go and put your twist locks on with the box on. You drive forwards and you pull into these bays here, and this is where you do your twist locks. You secure the box there. So do your twist locks, visual check of the box to make sure it's okay, that it's 100% seated, and also that it's the right container number to the paperwork that you've got, or the information that you've got. And you also check the seal number. You've got to have that seal that's on the back of the door. Once you've got that, you go into this little, there's like a little port cabin type thing here, a little cabin. You go in there and there's like a terminal, which again, you punch in your reg number. It'll ask you if the box is okay and it matches the paperwork that you've got, like the correct container number. And then it'll ask for the seal number. Type in the seal number, as long as it all matches up with what they've got, it says you're good to go. So at that point, you're good to go. You drive on out again. You drive all the way, left-hand lane, sorry, yeah, stay in the left-hand lane, yeah. Left-hand lane again, down to here, and there's another terminal. You type in your reg number, it confirms that you've, the container that you've got on. It also asks whether you want to view it from the top with a CCTV camera. I always do, just to make sure there's not a gaping hole in it. And then you pull forwards to customs, and normally the gate will automatically come up as you approach it. If it stays down, customs will come out, and they take you into that shed there, and that's the time that you're going to have your trousers pulled down and the rubber gloves come out. If you don't have that, and the gate opens, drive straight out, and as you come up to this junction here, not always good visibility, and you must turn left. You can't turn right here, you've got to turn left. Turn left and you're free to go back down to the roundabout, all the way around and back out onto the docks. Now, if you're going to go to area 2, you've come out of pre-gate, come around, back up the way you came. Exactly the same way in, no different. Back in through there. I tend to go for area 2, left-hand lane, reg number. Tells you to proceed to transfer area 2. You go all the way down here. That's where you stop for TA1. Keep left. Watch out for drivers pulling out. Keep left-hand lane. And at this stage here, I move over to the right. So stay into the right. And this is where you've got to be careful you don't go too far forwards. Because what you're looking for is another terminal which sits about here. You can just about see that silver little box there, another terminal. Again, same as TA1, type in your reg number and it'll tell you which slot to go into. So as you go around it, and it'll tell you to proceed. Slot number, they're all numbered. Pull in, reverse up, just like these boys are doing here. That one, that one, and that one. He's gone a little bit too far back, but this one here, spot on. Stop there. Check your twist locks are alright, reverse back onto the thing, and away you go. Reverse back onto it, and wait for the straddler to come and sort you out. Once you're done, pull forwards, you go away, you stop here. This is your seal check area, one of those 3 bays. Twist locks locked, seal checked. There's another little cabin here. And you do the same there, where they ask for your reg number, they check the container number, and they check the seal number. As long as that's all right, back out again. Another terminal, reg number in again. It says that, and it just confirms that you've picked up what you're supposed to have picked up. Customs, and away you go, remembering turning left to get out. So that's transfer area 1, transfer area 2. Now, if you go in here with an empty box and you've got to get the empty box off before you go anywhere else. You've done pre-gate, you've done your pre-gate, you've gone through, done the system, and they tell you to go to empty park 2. Now empty is abbreviated for M for mother, T for tango, and 2. MT. So as you come out, instead of turning right as we did previously, this time we're turning left. But as we turn left, we immediately get into that right hand lane. We go all the way down, past over these hatch markings here, and this is a crossroads here. This is same as you get for a train crossing. There's big barriers that come down, and that allows the straddlers to go across the road. Just after that, you can just see a lorry coming out. There's an entrance going in. So you go in there, gates, again, terminal, punch in your wrench number, and it says proceed to area 2. Now, looking on Google Maps at the moment, things have changed. They've let's go out. They've changed all of this. There's actually a building here now, but you can't go wrong. All you do is when you come in off the road there, you just follow the road all the way around. You cannot get lost. You seriously cannot get lost. It won't allow you to go anywhere else. So you go all the way down here. And they used to unload you around here, but this time you go all the way down here, around the corner, and then you go back up here. And there's like a little roundabout right at the end here. And this is where you undo your twist locks, Again, it tells you exactly where to do them. That's where you undo your twist locks. And then as you come, then you stop there, and then all the way down here, there's 5 bays for the trucks to pull into. And you just sit here and wait for an empty space to come available. And you just drive into it, drive in, forks, or the loaders come in, lift your box off, and you drive out again. It's as simple as that, because all this is just empty boxes in here, nothing else. So it's normally pretty quick. You're not normally any more than about 5-10 minutes from when you undo your twist locks to getting out, but it can take you a little while because you can be queuing back here sometimes. So once you're clear, it's literally is follow the signs all the way back out again. Cannot go wrong. Back out to the exit, and again there's another terminal. Type your age number in, opens the gates, and away you go. And again, once more, you can only turn left. So if you then had to pick a box up in 3, you're still going to go out of there all the way back up to the roundabout, round, and then back down again. So if we're going down to area 3, it's that's where you came out of pre-gate. Then that's where you turned in for empty park 2, and we're just carrying on the road. Carry on the road round, and it goes on round to the left. There's a left turn. You don't want to be going down there because that goes into the main DP world for the staff and offices and all that malarkey. You really don't want to be going down there. So as you go around here, it's left. Follow the road on round till you hit this roundabout. At this roundabout here, all the way round, back in again. 2 slots as you come in, 2 lanes as you come in, 2 terminals. Same as before, reg number, and it tells you which slot to go on to. Follow the road on round. Where do I get to? Yeah, coming down here, you punch your number in, reg number in, and it'll tell you exactly what bay to go to. So you follow the road on down, and all your bays are along here, look. And they go down to there when it's really busy. So again, pull forwards, reverse in, stop, sort your twist locks out, back onto a bay, wait for a straddler, loaded or unloaded, whichever it may be. Away you go, and then you follow this where that truck is there, and you go around here, and there's 6 bays here, and that's where you do your twist locks. Check your box, check the seal, go into the port cabin, punch the information in, and you're good to go. Back out again, terminal, punch your details in, good to go. Customs gate opens, and you can go. Now you can either turn left here or right, doesn't matter. I always go left, it's quicker, I think. Back out again. So that's DP World, transfer areas 1, 2, 3, and empty park 2. Now if you need to go to Solent Stevedores, remember, follow this road all the way on round here, get this roundabout, keep going. So we're going to go into Solent Stevedores now, and you just follow the road. You can't go wrong. Stay on Western Avenue till you get to this roundabout. All the way round. The Solent Stevedores is the first on the left. In there, go in the office, and they're pointing in the right direction. Now, most of the time, it's up in here, turn round, they lift off, and put on whatever you need. However, sometimes they might say you've got to go into this area. And I have had it before where they've actually sent me back out round the roundabout, up to here, and there's an entrance round here somewhere. Well, they made an entrance, but I'm not even sure that's still operating. And you go in here. I know there's cars in here at the moment, but sometimes it's full of containers. And you go in here, and you just go up to the forks and the lifter and lift on or lift off, whatever needs to be done. So yeah, Solent Stevedores, dead easy. Pentalvers, last one. So again, following the road all the way on down if you want to go this way. It's a long way round doing it this way. It's a slower way. There is a quicker way, but for ease, I'll just keep going. Just follow this road all the way on down. West Bay Road. of our speed cameras again. Just keep on going, watch out for them. Get down to this roundabout, and it's into here, Pentalvers. Again, dead easy to find. So you go in, there's 3 lanes here. Reefers are on the right. Keep to the outside lane as you go around. But if you've got an empty, or you've got nothing on whatsoever, these 2 lanes. This is so quiet here. I've queued, well, I've been that far, but they won't even let me in. It's been 2 trucks all the way around. So you get to this point here, and this is where you undo your twist locks. And also, they want to see in the back of the container. If it's empty, they'll see in the back of the container. So get out, full safety, full PPE, which is hat, plastic glasses or safety glasses, and boots. They want to see that. If you haven't got those, they will throw you out. They're very strict. I've seen people thrown off site for not having glasses or shoes. They will not serve you if you haven't got that. So PPE on, out, open the doors up, they'll come and check it, give you the nod, close the doors up. Now if you've got a 20-foot box on, you've got to shrink the trailer, so the trailer's at the back, so the doors are at the back, so you can open them. They will insist on that. And then you stretch your trailer out, secure it, pins undone, and pull forwards to this next bit here. There's a terminal here, press the button, wait for someone to speak to you. You just pass the information that you got with a reference number or PIN number, and they'll tell you where to go. Now there's 3 places you can go, depending on what you've got on board. But if you're a reefer, you're going in that right-hand lane and you're heading up in that direction to go around to have your reefer on or off. But if you've got an empty box on, or you're picking up a full box, so you can have an empty box on, which you haven't taken off. You can have a skeleton trailer, so you're going to pick up an empty box, or you're going in there to pick up a full box. If you're picking up a full box, you take this immediately, they'll tell you, take lane 1. So you go down to here, go around to here, which is where here at the moment. Stop there, you wait for the lifter, and then stick your box on. You pull forwards to here, set your twist locks, check that they've put the right box on, and then you pull up to the terminal, press the button, and they do the final checks, make sure everything's all right, and issue with a ticket, and away you go. Or if you're picking up an empty container, or you're dropping off an empty container, they've given you a ticket, they print out a ticket here, you pull forwards, there's a lad that opens the gates up and down here, he'll take the ticket, and he'll read off the ticket and relay that information to the blokes on the lifters, on the hoisters, and they'll go off and find you the box that's required, and they'll tell you to go in one of the 4 bays here. 4 bays. Yankee, X-Ray, Whiskey and Zulu. They'll tell you which bay to go into. They're all clearly marked. It's quite tight as you go through here. And tell you which bay to go into. And they'll either take a box off or put a box on. Sometimes they'll take a box off and they just go straight down the middle drive. So you drive down to here. You wait for the straddler to come up to here, and then you just pull forwards. So you're right bang smack in the middle. You lift your box off there and then within seconds, and you're out the door. As soon as he's lifted, foot down, you're gone. It can take seconds. Might have taken you 2 hours from the time we got in to the time we got around here, but once they're here, it's pretty quick. Excuse me. So when you're down here, set your twist locks again, secure them, secure the box. Then you finally pull forwards to where the terminal is, press the button, you speak to someone again, they confirm that everything's okay, and they'll give you a ticket, print out a ticket, confirmation, and away you go. So once you're out of here, the quickest way to get out of here is actually come out onto the roundabout again, and then turn left on this Westway Road again, which brings you down to this roundabout and dock gate 10. So we're leaving out via a different way, so dock gate 10. Now, I'll just put that on there so you can see. Dock gate 10. It's leaving it, that's going in. So if you're going to come into Pentalvers, all you had to go to, this is the way I'm going out is the way you'd come in, alright? You don't need to go all the way through the docks to get here. And as you see here, That's where you come in and you can queue all the way around here, round to the other side there. So I'm just going to show you the way out, or the way that I'll go. Sometimes SatNav will suggest that you may want to turn right. No, don't do it. It's not worth it. Turn left, follow the road. Remember, it's a 40 mph limit, and don't jump the lights. Don't jump the lights. The cameras are sharp as. So as you go around here, back up this road, the A33. Again, there's another speed camera up here, and there is a lay-by. This is one of only 2 lay-bys near the docks. Right? There's this one here that you can get about 4 or 5 trucks on. Well, maybe a few more, but not many. And there's one opposite pre-gate where you can get 2 trucks in. That is it. So if you need to take a break, you need to be stopping at randoms before you get down here. And a general rule of thumb is you've got to allow 2 hours, 2 hours of drive time to get through with a box on and a box off. Normally takes about an hour, average hour and a half. But if you allow 2 hours, then you're pretty much covered for drive time. Even that, other than that, you're better off taking a break at random services and coming back in. So straight down the A33. Again, there's a speed camera. It's 40 mph limit, so don't go hammering it. Left-hand lane here at the moment. Keep going down here. They bear in from that left-hand lane here. You're going to end up in that lane there as you come over the bridge, and they come out onto you. They just pull out our gears there. So you're in this left-hand lane here as you come down. But what I generally do is pull into that middle lane. Just stay there. You're going to be coming up to a set of traffic lights in a minute. That's fine. And this is the lane you want to be in. Sorry, that one there, middle lane. Through the lights. Keep on going. You're in that middle lane there. And the reason why you're in that middle lane, because that left-hand lane coming from this direction goes off to the left and takes you back into dock gate 20 again, which is where you don't want to be. See, it veers off there, and you want to be in this lane. And sometimes when the road's really busy, it's a nightmare to get across. People don't let you out. So you're going over the bridge. That's where you turned in. That's the roundabout as you came in, as the Harley Davidson garage. So as you go in. So as you go down here, as you clear this junction here, again watching them for coming out, you want to move into that left-hand lane. Get into the left-hand lane, and then just stay in it. As you're going out on the 271. And again, stay in the left-hand lane. Don't bother getting out on the outside lane, because you can get yourself into trouble out there. Excuse me. So, as you go around the roundabout, it's left-hand lane. It almost feels a bit naughty going around there, but it's not. It's fully signposted as you go around there. Left-hand lane, 271. It's the 3rd exit off. And away you go, onto the 271, and you're away. Right. Heading north. Now, there's one other place that you could they could ask you to go, which is, I'm just going to show you where it is, and then I'll go back and show you how to get there. There's a couple of places down here where they might ask you to go, which is down just past the ferries. And it's berths 46 to 49, or I think it's berth 22. Berth 22, yeah, it can be down there. Or down here even. Yeah, there's lots of places down here that they could end up asking you to go to. So, how to get to here? Let's just go back to where we were. That's when we come out of Pentalvers. If you have a look here, that's when you turn on the main road. What you're doing is staying on that main road there. So that's as you went out. We went round that way. We come out of Pentalvers. We're going. Pentalvers is back to my right there. We're going straight on down this road, down the A33. We're going to stay in the left-hand lane. It's fine. Down here, A33, you'll have IKEA on the left. There you go, there's IKEA. And then you'll come to eventually you come down to a roundabout. There's a big hotel on the, big glass front hotel on the left there, yeah. So you come to this roundabout, you're straight over here. And you're there, you pass the ferry terminal on the right, you keep going. You don't want to be going in there. And at this stage, you can think about moving over into that right-hand lane. It's a bit narrow through here. But again, just stay in that right-hand lane, follow where that bus is. So you get down here. The road splits. And you want to be in these lanes here, left-hand lane of the ones turning right. Set of traffic lights, you're turning right into here. Yeah, too far. Down into here. Now I can't do Google Maps, but you can see there is a security guard there. So if you don't know where you're going, stop, ask him, and he'll point you in the right direction. They're really good down there. I'm going to go in the street view again. So I'll come out of that. Zoom in. And where am I? Zoom out again. Lost where I am. There we go. Yeah. You come in here, Central Road, straight across this roundabout. Follow it on down. And again, it just depends on where you have to go. Berth 22 is there. Or you've got Southampton Grain Terminal right down here. Berth 38, a lot of cruise ships dock down here. And this one down here, if you're delivering farm machinery or any sort of machinery, they do a lot of exporting here of all sorts of weird and wonderful equipment. We often come down here and load or unload containers down here. So yeah, anything agricultural or a bit out of the ordinary, this is where it sort of tends to go from, is around here. On the way out, exactly the same, but there's just a little twist at the end. When you get to this roundabout, it's all fully marked, so you can't go wrong. It's literally turn left there, and it brings you out here, and turn left. Again, SatNav may ask you, depending on where you're going in the UK, but if you're heading north or east, suggest maybe you go that way. I wouldn't. I would go round to the left and follow the road all the way back out to the 271, up to the 27, and then left or right, depending on whether you're going east or west. So that is it. I hope that that's been useful for you. I'll tell you what, just going to zoom out here because it's just a mammoth, isn't it? I hope that's been useful for you. I wish I'd had something like this when I first started going on the docks, because it would have made a lot more sense to me. Just a bit of inside information as to where to go and what to do and how to do it. For the old sweats, well, feel free to correct me on anything that I've said wrong. And for the guys that are new to containers or new to Southampton, then I hope it's been of some value to you. But let me know either way. If you like what I do, hit the like button. If you really like it, hit the subscribe button. I do talk a lot of nonsense sometimes. This was quite normal for me, actually. Yeah, very normal. So yeah, if you like it, and if you don't, well, I don't give a monkeys. And if you really like it, hit that subscribe button. But until another time, thank you very much.